Hello, everybody. So, I want to talk about letting go of the things that are sucking energy out of your life. Because if you have things that are sucking energy out of your life, it means that you have things that are taking away from positive and fueling things to come in, right? It's taking away space from those things to actually flow into your life. And as a lot of you guys know, it's important to actually let things go in order to create space for positive things to flow in. Because when we allow all these negative energies in our life, what we're basically doing is closing off opportunities for positive energies to flow into our lives. Hi, Susie. So the reason I'm sharing this today is because this has been something that's been huge in my life. And I find that the more space I create in lots of different ways, even as simple as cleaning your room, cleaning your car, cleaning your desk space. I mean, it creates so much more space for the positive things to flow in. And this goes for people as well. If there are people in your life who are just draining you or sucking the life out of you or sucking the energy out of you, that's a problem. And you have to honor and respect yourself enough to go, I know how this is making me feel, and it's not making me feel very good. And because of that, I need to let it go. Now, I had a lot of, trouble with this in terms of letting go of people in my life because I was like, this is going to be very difficult. This is not going to be easy. And I realized, whoa, if I keep talking about how it's going to be difficult, it's not going to be easy, then of course it's going to be really painful. It's going to be hard. And what I found was simply by declaring that I deserved more high energy in my life, people who served me, they started to come in. And me just raising my own frequency and my own energy allowed me to then attract the other frequencies and the other energies that I actually want to be aligned with. Now, some of you guys might be going, what the hell is she talking about? Well, it's just a matter of really looking at your life and going, who do I actually want to become? What is this person that I'm actually striving to be? Like, who is this next level version of myself? Because in the end, if you are serious about becoming this version of yourself, then there's no doubt about getting rid of those negative energies in your life that aren't serving you. Now, if you're not serious, then you wouldn't take the action. It's just as simple as that. And I think that this says a lot about a person. Those people who always complain about certain things in their life, but then they never, ever change anything about it, and it's totally in their control. That's really difficult because they're draining themselves. They're putting themselves in that position, and every single thing in life is a choice. Everything is energy. Everything is a decision. Everything is ultimately up to you. Now, sometimes there are going to be circumstances that come up in your life, and this kind of goes with what I posted about earlier, which was, the rain was falling down, but the sun was still shining. And it just is a great reminder that, even if there's rain on your parade, you still show up and perform, right? It doesn't stop you because the rain's not stopping the sun. So it's to say anything can stop you. Now, this is a big deal. If you're someone who's really looking to improve an area of your life, you cannot continue the things that you are doing or surrounding yourself with people who aren't serving you if you actually want to improve. Because change physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, socially, etc., all requires a raising of the consciousness. And that's really the truth behind behavior change. And any behavior change has to start with that raising of the consciousness. And we can't do that if we keep ourselves where we were, because that's where the bad habit formed, or that's where the behavior formed, or that's where, it's not serving us. So in order to truly change that behavior, in order to truly change what's really sucking the energy out of us, then we have to change ourselves. Hey, Jade. And we absolutely cannot expect our life to get better if we don't change the things in it, and if we're not comfortable with it. Now, like I said earlier, if you're going to complain about certain things in your life, but you're not willing to change them, then, how serious are you? And then that just brings up identity. If you want something, but you find yourself resisting the action, because sometimes it's not like I don't want to take the action, it's sometimes just like there's resistance to it. It's just a matter of stepping into the identity of that next level version of yourself, that identity of who it is you want to become. So, when you really truly look within and you ask yourself if the life you're living, the people you're surrounding yourself with, the things you have in your life, are they actually serving you? And if you find that the answer is no, then the next best thing to ask yourself is, okay, what would the most successful, happy, healthy, fulfilled version of me do about this? Because that's what's going to determine your future with this. Hey, Alvy, how are you? So basically what I'm getting at here, guys, is 1, energy suckers, you gotta make the decision to let them go. 2, if you find yourself resisting letting them go for whatever reason, maybe you feel like it'll be hard or painful, that's just a mindset shift. That's just a change in looking at it. Like, if you believe it's going to be difficult, if you believe it's going to be hard, then of course it's going to be painful and hard and a struggle. Hey, Tamara. So that was the second point. The third point is then to go on to say, you know what, I recognize that there's some resistance around this. I recognize that I'm resisting some sort of change and actual action around that change. So now that I've asked myself, right now, this is when you ask yourself, what would that next level, most confident, happy, successful, abundant, peaceful, loving version of me do about this? Then you go, okay, now I'm going to take that action. Again, if there's resistance, it comes from raising your consciousness. Every single behavior change comes from a state of raising your consciousness. If you don't raise your consciousness, then you will be stuck in a perpetual cycle. And I see this all the time, especially in the fitness industry, because the fitness industry thrives, makes money off of people falling into a cycle. And they allow that, and they fuel this cycle, right? They're not talking about soul. Most of them aren't. They're not talking about your happiness from within. They're not talking about your confidence or your self-love. Granted, there are some, but are they really diving deep? They're not diving deep enough. They don't care enough because they're still giving you, crap foods, or they are still giving you that fuel that, they're not really explaining it. They're not really telling you what it is you're eating. Or maybe they're just putting you in the cycle of, we're going to lower your calories so much that you're going to have to come back to us because you'll lose all this weight, and then you'll gain it back when you stop, and you'll think, the only reason I gained it back is because I stopped doing the thing that led me to lose the weight. Cycle. It's a perpetual cycle, and the only way you can change is if you really truly raise your consciousness. And consciousness raising allows you to then change your behavior. Why? Because you're getting rid of the energy suckers. You're getting rid of all those things that are not serving you. Hey, Melanie. So this is a decision. Now remember how I said you might come into resistance. You might run into that, I can't seem to change it. Well, that's where the exciting stuff comes in. That's where you choose your identity. That's where you really look at where you're at now. Are you truly aligned with that next level identity? Because you can look at it, you can want it, you can be like, yeah, that sounds really good. But until you actually step into it, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything. Because if you want to be healthy, then you make the decision to be healthy, to take healthy actions, to take actions which fuel you. If you want to be happier, well, you do more things that make you happy. You fuel your mind with things that make you happy. And if you're truly, truly running into struggles, it's just a matter of looking into your beliefs. I find everything pretty much goes back to your beliefs, and maybe things that have been wired into you subconsciously, maybe even consciously, that you've chosen just because you thought it was the right thing to do, and that can even go back to the unconscious. So Alvy says, this is super powerful. Identity recreation is next level. Yeah, you guys know about that. So I want you guys to feel invited to give yourself permission to have what you truly, truly want. Melanie says, what fuels your soul? Do it. Yeah, exactly. What truly is fueling you? What's truly driving you? You're going to know deep down inside. I was writing a book contribution today. I was asked to contribute to a book, and something I wrote was like, we know deep down inside, we actually know. Ray says, true. Yep. We actually know deep down inside. Like, if it feels really good, we're going to keep doing it. If it doesn't feel good, well, we're not going to keep doing it. And the sad thing about that, some people feel good staying angry. Some people feel good staying sad. Some people feel good staying in this, lack, scarcity, because it's comfortable. So we cannot confuse what feels good with what is right, okay? What is right for you, what actually fuels you. If you were to really look at it, what's truly fueling you and taking it to the next level. Because ultimately, if you don't follow that, if you don't trust your gut on that, you won't get there and you'll just stay in that comfort zone. So I want to, again, invite you guys to really, truly look within and ask yourself the questions. Really look at what's currently in your life that's not serving you in your journey and change it. Because change on the outside will never occur until change happens within. And that's why I'm all about building more than just a body. That's why I'm all about aligning the inner work with the physical result, because until we actually get the inside right, the outside will never manifest. Because again, of course, your outer world is a direct reflection of your inner world. So if we can't change that, or we don't choose to change that, because we can always change it, but if we don't choose to change it, or we don't choose to take the actions necessary to allow us to change it, then we won't change. Then we will not change, and whatever we want physically will not manifest. Yes, I created an awesome body when I started my fitness journey, but I was still incredibly low self-esteem in terms of my self-love. Even just around my body. That's why I put myself in perpetual cycles of unhealthy food relationships. I was putting myself in unhealthy cycles of just forcing myself to do things that didn't even make sense or didn't serve me. But, of course, this was because the inner work hadn't been done. The physical was there. But it wasn't good enough for me, right? And that was the problem. So until we actually align our inner work with physical results, then it won't manifest. So, with that being said, I want to take a quick second to just let you guys know that I still have the link up and I didn't plan on doing this or saying this, but I'm feeling like I should say it and I should just do it. I still have the link up from my birthday, where you can literally try everything in my membership site, which is normally $197 a month. You can try it all for $9.70 for a week. Now, this was kind of crazy when I put this out there on my birthday, but I did it just because, obviously, birthdays are a cool time to celebrate, but any day in life is a cool time to celebrate. And you know what? January is a big month for me, and I'll get into that in a few days or so, because it was one of the biggest shifts for me, obviously. I mean, this is the month I got certified as a personal trainer. It's so cool, right? This was a month I graduated from high school early, so I could do these things. So anyway, not worth talking about right now. I'm gonna save that for a few days. Right now, what's important is that you actually allow yourself to take action. So if you feel truly called to start aligning the inner work with the physical result, if you feel truly called by the message of building more than just a body, if you really just want to see what it's about, see what it looks like, or even just go in there and hoard it all and look at it and go, holy crap, this is amazing. I need to be doing this every single week. Then I want to invite you to do that. I'll put the links in the comment because, like I said, I wasn't planning on doing that. I wasn't planning on throwing that out there. It's going to say Celeste's birthday special. It's not my birthday, but every day is a great day to celebrate. And to be really cheesy, you can be reborn any single day that you decide, right? And every day could be and is the start of the rest of your life. So make the decision today if you feel called to do it, if it's something that you're really interested in. Again, I do have a special tribe discount for $97 a month or $970 for the year. So you're basically getting 2 months free of building more than just a body membership site access. So I'm just going to put the link below for the trial. Just test it out. See if you love it. See if you like it. Hey, Matt, how are you? You're jumping on just as I'm leaving, but you are doing awesome. I want to talk to you about your mission stuff. So to everybody who is on, thank you so much. You're absolutely amazing. Please check the link in the comments if you do feel called about trying out the membership site, if you do feel called to building more than just a body, if you do feel called to really, truly aligning the inner work with physical results. Hey, Joshua, I'm just now getting off. Go back, check this out, watch it. You're killing it. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. I was just talking to Steve about you the other day. You're absolutely rocking it. So with that being said, you guys, no matter where you are in the world, I hope you have an amazing day, night, or morning. And just remember, wherever you are, make it awesome. Bye.